Take that and that, you bad old putty tat. Next on the Lancer Life. One of the things that's cool when I do the research and stuff on cigars is how just your basic vocabulary expanded. Now, lighting for this is tough. We're not in the studio, we're rolling in the car. See, like right now, lighting is spot on. Get out of some clouds, you get the haze in the back. Go to other spots and it's dark. The top of my head, like now, is completely wiped out, so just forgive me. Go ahead and cook us something while you listen. But a Grimalkin, what the heck is a Grimalkin? A Grimalkin is a name for an old gray cat, or a miserable old woman. Yes, it's in the dictionary. So guys don't get in trouble calling somebody a Grimalkin, because they'll look it up and you'll be in hot shape. But I love the fact that I know that. Anyway, the Grimalkin by Emilio Cigars. Didn't realize it, but I have smoked another cigar by Emilio Cigars. Emilio Cigars, let me look at my notes while you look at the cigar, was started by Gary Griffith. Apparently he owns 30 cigar shops in Delaware, started his own cigar company, sold it to Scott Zuka, and the cigars are now distributed by Boutiques Unified. Look at that wonderful, wonderful cap work. That's like better than a triple cap. That's like a quadruple cap there. You see the different lines on that? Very beautiful, toothy cigar, good wrapper action. A wonderful cigar. And this is not a cigar that this is my first time in the rodeo with. I've smoked a couple of these and they're really good cigars. Anyway, the company changed its name to La Musa back, I think, look at my notes, in 2012. The cigars were introduced in 2011. Changed the name to La Musa in 2012, and I've actually smoked a Lancero, the La Musa Maletti. Didn't do the research and don't remember why all the names were given that, but anyway, it's changed back to being called the Grimalkin. This particular cigar I picked up in Wooden Indian Tobacco Shop near my home in Havertown, Pennsylvania. Good guys there. It comes in two different distinct sizes. Now here's the funny part. The Toro, which is the 6x50, I think was the least favorite of the cigars. The Robusto, the 5x50, which is what I have here, was, I think, the favorite. Dan, if you're seeing this, go ahead and post your comments on here. But the two cigars were so completely different and distinct in taste that people with the cigar with only two different vitolas were actually choosing sides. They were so different and distinct. I like them both. They were different, but I like them both. One of which I think I wrote about on my blog. I got to enjoy with a coffee flavored moonshine, and when I tell you it was off the chart, it was off the chart. Let's take a moment. We're going to cut and light this joker, and I'm going to tell you what the flavors are that I got, because it's been a while. I was able to find a old cigarette lighter. Never smoked a cigarette, but I have one of those lighters in here, and I didn't do a good job because I didn't get around the edges. It'll be interesting to see how she fares once we get going. So, what can I tell you about this? This is a really good tasting cigar. The flavors in it are kind of unique. As I said earlier, pairs really well with liqueurs, things that are sweet. They enhance the flavor of one another. This is a Nicaraguan Puro. My notes don't tell me any specific regions, nothing funny, Habano this, Criollo that, none of that. Just a Nicaraguan Puro cigar. I've smoked about maybe a half dozen of these cigars. Good even burn, great flavors. It's just a really good solid stick. Now, so far what I'm getting is peanutty, earthy flavors, a little bit of leather. No cocoa yet, but I know there's cocoa or coffee there because I tasted it before. And I think something woody, not cedar though. It's not a cedar wood. It's something else. And maybe because I've been doing a lot of yard work, I'm getting that deep, dark, wet, moist, earthy flavor to it as well. Nothing sweet, nothing spicy. Little twinge of something on the retro hill. Not burning me up yet. Right now, not. Maybe a medium, right about the medium line, but I know it cooks a little later. So, it's been a while since I've done a video. I know. I had a whole lot of stuff going on this summer. I've been working on my sci-fi book projects. I've got somewhere around 40-something thousand words written so far. You go ahead and try that and see how easy it is to write that much in a short period of time. I know some of you jokers have been struggling with your 500-word essays back in college, so don't give me no grief. So I haven't had a lot of time to write reviews and post reviews, neither on www.thelancerlife, although I had a whole bunch accumulated and I dribbled those out during the summer, but definitely not any video reviews that I've been able to put on the YouTube channel. Just been busy, folks. I've just posted a couple recently, and like I said before, this is part one of the Bad Putty Tat series. I've got another Bad Putty Tat that I'm going to do real soon. It's the Hellcat by Chupacabra. I'll just tell you. Anyway, very consistent. A little citrusy. That's that acid taste that you're getting, but it's staying in that. You know, if I could rate cigars, it's bright and fruity up here and dark and earthy down here. It's more on that dark and earthy, but it's a medium bodied cigar. It's got a lot of flavor, but it's not bringing a lot of heat. Perfect for me. Some of you guys like your head exploding and your eyes popping out and you can barely talk while you're smoking. That's not me. I like a lot of different variety, and right now this is hitting all the marks for me. However, it is starting to heat up, which is good. So, yeah. So these cigars have been around since 2011. Changed some hands, moved around. I believe these used to be produced at the My Father factory. They've changed the location of the factories. Let me see where the factories are now. They're made at the Black Label Trading Company cigar factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. So a lot of stuff has been happening with the cigar, which is why it maybe disappeared at times and then reappeared, and maybe it tastes different than the way it originally did. Like I said, I have no recollection of the La Musa I smoked. I only had that one. But these, I've had a number of these. This is a very good cigar. It's a good cigar, good looking cigar, good tasting cigar. Won't win any awards, but won't beat up your pockets too much. I believe these sticks are under, even for the Toro, I think they're under $10, maybe 9, maybe 8. Right in that, zone where you can afford to have a couple of these around and not have to explain yourself to anybody. So, we're getting to the point where, as one cigar roller explained, you're really getting to the good part of the cigar here, right there. That's where all the different tobacco blends are really coming together to give you the flavor profile that the blenders want. So despite what I've had to say earlier, this is the part that they really want you to get to. But what I have repeatedly said is, you probably made up your mind about the cigar already. And if you've had one of these, you're not ready to put this down yet. We're gonna let it go for a little bit and see what we get. I'll just edit out the stuff between now and next time I speak. It's starting to heat up now. I haven't gotten much further, but the retrohale is changing, and that acidic thing is starting to go away, which is good. Now, I listen to a lot of different cigar blenders, and really those are the people that I want to talk to, not just the people that own the shop. I like to talk to the guys who blend cigars. And one of the things that I was told, that if you get a cigar that tastes like pennies, especially with a dark cigar, it's actually under fermentation. The longer a cigar ages, the lighter the color it gets, and the more fermentation it's gone through. I thought the complete opposite, but that is what, I can't think of his name, is from CAO Cigars explained on a local TV show. So you're more likely to get that penny taste, that acidic metallic taste on a darker cigar than a lighter cigar. This is almost, I don't know if it's that or I'm tasting that citrusy thing, so I won't say what's what. Because that's the other challenge you have to deal with, is how do you determine the difference between under fermentation and the taste of metal in your mouth versus citrus, which is one of the goals that a blender has for you to taste. Okay, I've given it some more time. We've gotten down a little bit, so now I remember. This thing turns into a medium to full bodied cigar, no question. The flavors become more complex and more rich the further down this cigar you get. Grimalkin is a very good cigar. I'd almost call it an introductory cigar for Nicaraguan Puros. If you're about ready to make that transition from medium to full body cigars, this is a cigar that's right in your wheelhouse. Pairings, it's like liqueurs with this. It's balanced, so it didn't dry my mouth out, and it didn't cause me to over salivate, which is my definition of a balanced cigar. But I think because it's kind of monotonal, what I mean by that, it's earthy. There's no sweet, there's no herb, there's no spice, no cookie spice, no pepper, although it heats the retrohale, God bless it. A cigar like that can use a little bit of help in terms of changing the flavor. You change your drink, I think you change your experience with a cigar like this. But this old biddy will get you. So, the Grimalkin, old gray cat, miserable old woman, smoke it and enjoy yourself. You won't be miserable if you get this Grimalkin by Emilio Cigars. Thanks for watching. See you soon.